Namaste, one and all. Welcome back to Psychic Thripudi. In this episode, we are discussing a story of Zen Buddhism. We are all familiar with Buddhism. Buddhism is a branch of discipline that was there in ancient India, and still we can find the teachings of great Siddhartha Gautama or great Buddha. In one of the Zen classes, before that I have to explain what is Zen. Buddhism is having 4 branches like Mahayana, Hinayana, Vajrayana and Zen. Actually the word Zen comes from Dhyan, and the Dhyan means meditate. Meditation plays a very important role in Buddhism. We can find plenty of Zen stories. The enlightened disciples as well as their great masters, they assemble and they discuss different subjects. In one of such discussions, a master was continuously laughing. And the disciples, they were really wondered and they asked, what's the reason for the continuous laughing of the master? Actually, such kind of things are very common in their sessions. The master replied, yesterday I had a dream, and in that dream I found myself as a butterfly. Then the disciples asked, what is there to laugh like this? It's a very common dream. We also have such kind of dreams. Then the master replied, I'm very much concerned about the dream in the sense that did that butterfly appear in my dream or I appeared in the dream of that butterfly? So it's really a confusing question. Every day we have plenty of dreams. The dreams are really connecting ourselves with the divine. Even there is a theory like the divine theory of the universe. We are not sure how the universe was formed. And that's why when the people, they are becoming speechless, they cannot explain the things that's happening around us. They will move to the divine theory. And they say the dream theory of the universe. The entire universe that came from a great dream of the master or the creator, we can say. And definitely in some of the writings of William Shakespeare as well as Borges and all these kind of people, we can find the elements of such a kind of a vision. We can say God the Almighty, the Creator or the Master Craftsman has a wonderful dream. In that dream, he had plenty of visions. And these visions were well executed in their concrete forms. That is what we see around us nowadays. Modern science agrees that whatever things that we see around us are the different manifestations of the same potential. When we think rationally, we cannot explain how these things were formed. Why a jackfruit comes from a jackfruit tree? Why a mango comes from a mango tree? So these are all predetermined or it evolved as a result of any kind of evolution. Still there are confusions. And here we'll come back to the story. In the story, the master was really trying to make us enlightened. So, plenty of things are happening around us. The most important thing is that we are not sure from where we have come, to which place we have to go. In the earlier videos, we have discussed the same matter. So really, the entire universe is appearing to be in the form of a chaos for us. That means we cannot explain our own existence. On a particular day onwards, we realize that I am such kind of a person. I'm a male, I'm a female, I'm an American, I'm an Indian, I'm a Japanese, like that. And you can find that plenty of responsibilities are falling on your head. We are just like Jesus who is carrying our own crosses. So that is the situation. And one day, without any kind of preparation, we should have to say goodbye to this world and we have to move to another world, another realm. No one can give you a proper, clear-cut idea about life and death. It's a personal thing. It's a highly subjective, we have to say. And here, the significance of the story is. And when you are thinking very seriously about your life and death, you can see, just like a dream, plenty of things are happening around us. Many masters say that the entire life is equivalent to a dream. One day you just imagine, just like the Zen master. So plenty of things are happening in your life. All these things are really appearing in the dream of another person. You just imagine like that, someone somewhere is having a great dream and you are only a part of that dream. When that person is awakened from his sleep and dream, you are vanished. So every day, most of the people will be having some dreams. In that dream, plenty of people are coming over there. Some of the people, we will not have any connection with them. We will see them for the very first time. All these kind of things are happening. It's a part of the game. Every day it happens. So most of the people are not concerned about these kind of things. Many strangers, they come to our dreams. Like that, you are being viewed or watched in a dream by someone else in somewhere in this universe. That's the importance of that story. So we have to discuss certain aspects regarding Buddhism. Buddha, when he was enlightened, he just proclaimed that he learned so many things from butterflies rather than from books. The thing is that the butterflies are having 4 stages in their life. We can see that metamorphosis. So eggs, that's the first form. It develops to the caterpillars. From there the pupa is formed, and finally a beautiful butterfly is coming out. And it is fed with nectar. It lies on flowers. All these things we know. According to the traditional Indian wisdom and practice, there existed 4 ashrams like Brahmacharya, Grihasthashrama, Vanaprastha and Sannyasa. A person must have to go through all these 4 stages. And the final stage, that is sannyasam. That means you have to abandon, you have to give up, you have to surrender, you have to yield everything, and you have to move to eternity. The first stage is the Brahmacharya. At that time we have to get the knowledge of the Brahma or the ultimate truth. And those things that we have learned from our Brahmacharya period, we have to run a Grihasthashrama life. At that time we have to make our wealth, our abundance, all these kind of relations and all these kind of things. And the third stage is the stage of slight detachment. So we are living amidst all these abundance, but still we are moving a little back of these kind of things. The daily worldly pleasures. That is called a Vanaprastha. And in the last stage, we can see, so you are moving to samnyasa, samnyasikiga. So that's the term. In that term, we can find that when you have to surrender everything. You have to surrender even your body. And then you are moving to that eternal pleasure or the bliss or moksha or nirvana or enlightenment. All these kind of words we can use. And this is the transfer of the potential in you, the personality in you, or the soul in you. The very same thing happens with the butterflies. They have the 4 periods, like the egg. At that time you have to learn so many things, or you are in such kind of you don't have any kind of freedom. In the status of an egg, you don't have any kind of freedom. You are not formed. You are there inside that shell. Your conscious is there, but you are not formed. You don't have any body. And the second stage, you are just like in the Grihasthashrama stage, you are just gathering things, you are eating a lot, every time you are eating. That means you are gathering so many worldly pleasures and all the other kind of things. And third stage is that of detachment. That means you are inside the pupa. And the final stage, you are abandoning all these previous stages and you are moving back to which one? The eternity. So butterfly is full of colors. It takes the nectar. It lives amidst the flowers and all. we can say. So this is the great Ananda, or the great Nirvana, or we have to say the great ecstasy. So that is why Buddha said, I have had my greatest lesson from the butterflies. And the present scenario, we can see that when the monarch butterflies, plenty of amazing facts are there about the monarch butterflies. They are making the massive migration, crossing thousands of miles. So we can't believe that one, but it's a fact. And the final day, they are reaching to a particular place where the people are celebrating their Father's Day. So you can see, and those people, they consider that these coming butterflies, these monarch butterflies, are really their forefathers' souls. So we can connect these kind of things. In many philosophy, we can see the souls are, the departed souls, they are coming back in the form of butterflies. Even some people, they can detect some beautiful faces in the in the face of the butterfly. Only the Indian Vedic science can answer all these kind of confusing questions and situations. According to the Indian philosophy, a person lives in different mental status, like we can say Jagrat is there. That means he is very much conscious about the things that's happening around him. And the next stage is he is moving back to Swapnam, or the dream. And after that, he is moving back to Sushupti. That is, in that stage, he is in a deep meditation. And the fourth stage is Turiyam. In that state, he is not having his own conscience. He has really blended with the universal conscience. According to modern psychology, we can say the beta stage is there, the alpha stage is there, the theta stage is there, and the delta stage is there. Normally, we live in the beta stage. At that time, the cycle of thoughts that is arising in our brain will be having a particular frequency. And when you are becoming more focused, so you are getting more in a meditative mood, you are moving to the alpha stage. At that time, you can control the mental vibrations. You can limit your mental vibrations. At that time, you are becoming more focused. And the very next stage is theta. At that time, the cycle of thoughts are even less. And the final state is delta. At that time, you are having very little cycle of thoughts. At that time, you are equivalent to the universal consciousness. So we can say dreams are not so simple. Every day when you are going back to your bed, you will be having plenty of problems. Sometimes you will be very happy, different moods we are having. And when you are blessed with the sleep, you can find sometimes you will be having plenty of dreams. Sometimes the dreams are connected with our conscious mind. If you are going with a very clear mind, very tranquil mind, then your inner conscience, or we can say your subconscious mind, will be working. At that time, you will be having more deep dreams. And these dreams will be having some kind of connections with your past lives and all. Your deep conscience that is unlocked, and the divinity is really connecting with you. And that's why some people are having some visions. So they are really receiving certain divine messages from the masters. So from this day onwards, you just observe your dreams, have a pacific and a tranquil mind. Make sure that you are so calm. Just listen to some wonderful music before going to bed. Have your food before 7 o'clock at night. And after that, have a very peaceful mind, and then relax and just go back to your bed and have a great comfortable sleep. And when you continue this practice, you can see your inner mind that will open up, and it will connect you to the divinity. Thank you so much for your patient listening. Have a great time ahead.